How's it going, everybody? Jason Lavantia here from RTV Incorporated at RealTourVision.com and BlueLavaMedia.com, servicing the Northern Michigan region with virtual tours, professional photography, and aerial drone. Here today with RTV's one and only Jake Mulcahy. Hi, Jake. How you doing?
Good, Jason. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, because today we've got some really cool stuff to talk about. We made some significant changes to the system. We are going to be talking about a big upgrade to the order notification system for the RTV booking, calendar integration, and scheduling system. So those of you that are power users, have multiple photographers that you're managing, or just want to add an extra layer of notifications, this video is for you. We're going to show you how to use that. We've also, for the big power users, we've enabled SMTP email integration. Talk more about that, but that's complete freedom with all your emails, sending them through your preferred provider. So really cool SMTP availability to everybody right now at no extra charge. It's just built into the system. Some cool custom domain settings for your delivery site, and finally some improvements to our overall watermarking and the delivery site speed. So let's get started, and I am today going to be utilizing what I learned today from Jake, the all-knowing Jake, over here at Blue Lava Media, which is our local test company for the RTV system. We do about 1,400 shoots a year. Everything that I teach, everything that I write about and learn, it all comes from my experiences in building up Blue Lava using the RTV system. So back in the RTV dashboard, let's start out, Jake, with the notification upgrade. Where do I go? What is this all about? I'm assuming settings.
Yep, if you go to settings and then to notifications.
Okay, right. Notifications are?
Two above profile.
Two above. Oh, over here. I was looking down in the order system settings. Okay, notifications. We've got the order message notifications and order notifications.
Yep, so order message notifications have existed. That's stuff for your photo feedback and whatnot. The new ones are below for order notifications, and these will be triggered from anything that happens within the manager. So
Okay.
if you are going to accept an order and you had that accepted toggle on, then you would receive a email notification that the order was accepted. These settings are on every user level, so you can have them for your agents and photographers individually.
Okay, so a recap on the top. This is what everybody's been used to. You get an email when you get a new message from a user. Enable email notification of new messages to the user. Enable notification of new message as a photographer for tour track orders. That's us sending jobs to you. You want to obviously get those messages so you can pick up the jobs. Enable email notification, new photo feedback if you have photo feedback to run. So those have existed. These are new order notifications. They exist for all users. So I'm assuming your customer, yourself, and your photographers. Anybody that I'm missing?
No, that's about it.
Okay. So when an order is accepted, basically that means I'm just going to pop a new tab here when I go over to my orders. And I look here, when I go to accept an order back in the system, if I accept it, I can have that go to my customer or maybe myself. I can have that go anywhere I want, is what you're saying. Upon order acceptance.
Right, or for any of the given statuses shown on that screen right there.
Okay.
Accepted, rejected, assigned, unassigned, scheduled, canceled, and deleted.
Okay, so for sure, I would think when an order is assigned to a photographer, the photographer is going to want to know. Let's dive into where we assign these. Where do we go to assign these on the user level? So let's start with us, the photographer, the main account holder. Where do I go to turn those on for myself?
Right there.
Right here. This is it. Okay. Yep. So if I want to receive any of these, which I don't think that I do. I know that I'm deleting the order. I don't need to know when I delete it. I don't need to know when I've canceled or scheduled because I'm doing those things. The customer is still going to get a notification when they place the order, and we can still send the order verification email. For example, let's view this order here with Dan Ryan. We can still go back to emails here, and we are able to send the client order confirmation email, right? That's right here, boom. Anytime you change it, you can send that confirmation out.
Correct.
Okay. So if I wanted any of this stuff, if I wanted to receive any of these, I could do it myself. Let's go ahead and where are the users settings? I'm assuming there's a default area for all this stuff for all the users.
So if you go to the users tab.
Yep, let me pop another tab here.
And then you edit any of your agents or photographers.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a notification tab right there. Yep.
And is there a place that they pick up these defaults from? Like in general?
No.
Okay, so this is on a per client basis. If you wanted your customer to know exactly when you've scheduled, to know when you've rejected it, and I don't know why you would. You might want to know that for a specific customer. I would assume in most cases you're going to call your customer and say, hey, I've rejected this because you live in another state and you're 7 hours away. Most of this, I would imagine, would apply to your photographers. So that, I'm assuming, is under users and photographers filter. So we'll go to Kate here and edit. Tell me if I'm going to the wrong spot, but notifications. So by default, it looks like we have it set up so your photographers are being notified, because I didn't set this. So this is a new feature. By default, we're letting your photographers now know when you're assigning an order to them.
Yep, that is the only toggle that we turned on by default.
Okay, I like it. It makes sense. But feel free on a per photographer basis to switch any of these if you want to have that kind of communication with your photographers. That's great. What else do we need to know about this? Where are these templates? Let's talk about the templates and the messages that are going out. I'm assuming that's under back over here under settings.
Yep. So if you go to settings and then emails.
Okay, settings, emails. So settings up here, down to emails.
And then you tab over to email templates. You will find
Got it.
template within there.
And you can add placeholders and all kinds of stuff. The placeholders are right here. You can design your own email template. That's great. So excellent. Excellent. I like it. Pretty self-explanatory. If you have any questions, feel free to book a power session. Feel free to reach out to support. We're here to help you with this. And that's great. Jake, let's talk about this SMTP email. Let's talk about the SMTP, where you go, how you set that up. I'm assuming that's also under email settings here.
Yep.
So
and then when you click the add button, you'll now have two options, and one of them is being SMTP.
Okay, so we've got the option one, AWS. Great for business domains, great for private labeling. This does require that you follow our instructions and get all of your DKIM and DMARC set up. We have separate videos on that. I'm not going to go into a lot of that today. I highly encourage anybody with your own domain name, Blue Lava Media, 313mediaservices.com, whatever your website is, I highly encourage you to have a custom email using that. By default, if you don't have any of that, you can use our Tour Mail Server. Tour Mail Server is great. It's got 97% good reputation, but it doesn't work well for those of you that are trying to run a business with a Google or a Yahoo. it just doesn't work very well because it will send the email out like info.bluelavamedia@tourmailserver.com. So that's probably the bare bones that you might use if you're just getting set up. If you own your own domain, highly recommend you to use the AWS integration, super easy. You want to go for all 6 check marks here. And to get that perfect, it's easy to do. It takes just a little bit of setup time and verification, sending verification links to your email, ensuring that you own the domain and can receive emails there. This new SMTP would be really handy for power users, somebody that wants to use a third-party service like Mailgun or SendGrid, or even Amazon has SMTP services that you can purchase. You're going to have to pay a small fee for that, but you're gonna have a lot more options, I guess is the best way to put it. So SMTP is pretty cool. It's easy, it's reliable, and it's now built into your system. So if you have any questions on that, give us a call, book a power session. We're here to help you with that as well. Let's see, finally today, I guess we've got some pretty cool domain settings on the delivery site. So let's go to a project that has some custom domains. What is a custom domain? Well, it is just like this. If you order the address, so the address of this project is 21081 5thavenue.com, and you can register that right through the system using our custom domains under additional services, about 15 bucks. It's real easy to do. When you do that, it's going to show up on your delivery site. So let's talk about the new switches that are here, so whether or not you want to show that. Jake?
That would just be the custom domain toggle, which is, yep, right there, perfect.
Yep. So by default, this is on. Is that right, Jake? So if you have a custom domain, it's just going to show up.
Correct.
So if there's some reason you don't want to show it, you would click that off. What that looks like on your delivery site, it's very simple, is it's going to look like this. It's going to say custom domain. With the recent update from earlier this year, all of your custom domains are now HTTPS secure. We're acquiring a secure certificate for every one of your custom domains. There's no extra charge. They are just secure, so you don't have to worry about anybody getting the warning that pops up on mobile phones that it's not secure, or desktop or laptop. Everything is fully secure now as of earlier this year. So that's great. We have been selling a lot more custom domains. Custom domains are awesome if you're going to put something in the yard that says step inside with 808mainstreet.com, or even if you're going to, the agent might want to put that in print. Maybe they have an ad going out in the local paper or an e-news. Take a virtual tour now at. That's a really great way for you to market your custom domains. Just kind of a power tip to throw out there for custom domains. If you, using the custom domain settings found here, let me go to the custom domain. Let's see here. I lost my page. Let me go back over here and down to custom domains. You can point this wherever you want to point it. So by default, if we edit this, it says it's pointing to the branded property website. But you could point it, if you were a marketing ninja, you could point it to the non-branded property website, and you could include it in the MLS description. Now follow where I'm going with this, because once you put that on the MLS description, the non-branded, mind you, and the MLS sends it out to homes.com, realtor.com, Trulia, Zillow, realtor.com, all the big 6, our system's going to detect that, and it's going to show the branded when it's out on the big 6. So that might be kind of a cool way to utilize that. So very, very neat stuff, the custom domains. Easy to do, and I am assuming that if we go down to deliverables and links, is that also the link is also available over here on delivery email. We are going to deprecate these at some point, you guys. Delivery email, you're not going to be able to send these anymore. It'll just be like a link repository if you want to grab a link. And I'm assuming the property website is somewhere on here, Jake?
The custom domain is
Yeah,
on
right
there.
there.
Yes.
Perfect. It's right
And
there.
then
Yeah.
also at the top,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
can tab
cool.
over to custom domain to use. There you go.
Oh, wow. So you can actually use the custom domain, the actual domain for any of your stuff. That's interesting. I didn't even realize we were doing that with this, but this is taking it to the farthest level possible. That's kind of cool. That is very cool. I like it. Okay, so a lot of cool stuff with custom domains there. Finally, as a final thought, you guys, we have greatly improved the watermarking process that runs behind the scenes when you've got a bunch of photos, and I'll bring one up here. So scrolling down, when you have a project that requires pay to download, the watermarking took a bit longer than this. It's quadrupled the speed now at which the watermarking takes place. And so it's a nice improvement to your delivery sites. The delivery sites load incredibly fast and the watermarking happens a lot faster. So some really nice updates for you guys. Anything else? Did I miss anything, Jake?
I think that's it.
We covered it. We covered it all. And I really appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for checking in, and we will see you again real soon. Thanks for your support.